Imagine the night sky suddenly splitting with streaks of light, metallic disks spinning, tumbling, falling, moving in impossible trajectories, twisting against the laws of physics as if the universe itself trembles before them, from the deserts of Nevada to the frozen tundras of Siberia, across the plains of Argentina to the jungles of Brazil, from the coasts of Japan to the highlands of Scotland. Reports pour in of objects crashing in silence, leaving scorched earth, twisted metal, fragments of alloys that resist melting, humming vibrations that rattle bones and nerves. Eyewitnesses describe a weight on the chest, pressure on the lungs, the air thick with ozone and burning, shadows moving faster than eyes can track, lights flaring and vanishing, and sometimes figures emerge, humanoid but wrong, frozen in terror or crawling unnaturally, disappearing before anyone can approach. In 1947 Roswell, New Mexico, a rancher stumbled upon debris unlike any plane, sphere, or rocket known. Metals that bent like liquid but returned to shape, markings resembling circuitry. Authorities scrambled, stories buried, fragments leaked hinting at truths darker than anyone could imagine. Across Belgium in the 1980s, glowing disks were tracked by radar, some plummeting to forests, leaving burn marks on trees and soil. Magnetic anomalies. Electronic devices scrambled, dogs whimpering for hours, in the Andes. Villagers saw disks twisting violently before crashing into mountainsides, scattering fragments that hummed at frequencies humans cannot hear. Some who touched the debris experienced visions of distant galaxies. In the Australian outback, miners recalled nights when disks fell like falling stars, pits smoking for days, strange radiation readings, authorities denying incidents. In Siberia, strange crashes in frozen forests left trees splintered outward, circular depressions in ice. Some humanoid figures with coal black eyes moving jerkily. In the jungles of Central America, farmers found scorched vegetation, soil sterilized. Children heard whispers calling their names from wreckage. In Japan, fishermen reported disks plunging into oceans, glowing fragments drifting before vanishing, fish floating lifelessly, sonar detecting unknown signals. In Canada's Arctic tundra, explorers encountered disks embedded in ice, low hums shattering glass and ice. Footprints nearby matching no known species, isotopes unknown to science, alloys defying melting, scientists studying fragments falling ill, some disappearing entirely. In Mexico in the 1970s, a crash near Chihuahua left locals describing beings exiting the wreck pale, elongated, moving unnaturally, military taking them away. In Nevada desert, test pilots reported radar blips of disks descending at impossible speeds, 90-degree turns, then crashing only to blink out of existence moments later, leaving eyewitnesses shaken. In Italy near Mount Etna, a disk reportedly crashed, leaving a crater lined with glowing metal, locals hearing whispers in the night in a language not human. In Brazil's Amazon, disks fell into rivers, causing strange currents, glowing water, dead fish, jungle animals fleeing in panic. In Africa's Sahara Desert, travelers reported disks falling silently at night, leaving scorched sand, instruments malfunctioning. In Chile, high in the Atacama, a glowing disk hit mountains. Locals saw figures emerging, pale, elongated. In the 1960s, Malmstrom Air Force Base track disk crashes, instruments went haywire, planes malfunctioned, pilots reporting black figures watching from wrecks. In Russia, Ural Mountains, discs crashed, leaving vibrations, strange lights, dogs barking uncontrollably. In the ocean near Bermuda, radar tracked objects plunging into water, no debris recovered. Sonar detecting unusual shapes. In England, Dartmoor reported a disc crash in the 1970s. Scorched earth, burnt trees, missing livestock. In New Zealand, discs struck mountains. Debris pulsing faintly, explorers experiencing dizziness, nausea, dread. In the Middle East, deserts held scorched craters with metals unknown. In Antarctica, researchers reported metallic disks embedded in ice. Radar anomalies, low-frequency hums, figures visible briefly under ice. Injuries and psychological trauma among personnel. Across decades and continents, the same pattern emerges, disks crashing. Fragments resisting understanding. Isotopes unrecorded. Materials impossible. Witnesses terrified, some lost forever. Authorities silent. Files missing. Governments leaking hints but never confirming. Night sky still full of them. Disks streaking silently. Some crashing. Some vanishing midair. Leaving behind stories too terrifying to believe yet too consistent to ignore. Each crash a piece of a puzzle. Hints at something calculating. Observing. Entities not of this earth. Sometimes humanoid. Sometimes incomprehensible. Sky full of warnings and light. Sound, fear. Survivors marked. Permanently, visions, dread, a sense of being watched, earth shuddering under the weight of falling disks, pattern repeating, locations including Texas, New Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Peru, Brazil, Australia, Siberia, China, Japan, Greenland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Scotland, England, Egypt, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Antarctica, Canada, Alaska, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, the Andes, the Alps, the Himalayas, the Rocky Mountains, the Sahara, the Gobi, the Australian outback, Amazon jungle, dense forests of Europe, small islands in the Pacific, the ocean floor of the Caribbean and North Atlantic, each crash leaving mysterious debris, humanoid bodies or traces, alloys impossible to identify, circuitry that pulses with unknown energy, radiation fields, magnetic anomalies, equipment malfunctions, strange sounds, whispers, faint glows in the darkness, sometimes voices calling names, sometimes figures glimpsed at the edge of vision, military cover-ups, witnesses disappearing. Governments denying knowledge, some documents leaking hints of recovered disks, secret bases, experiments on unknown technology, isotopes never recorded, metals that resist corrosion and melting, reports of time distortions, compass spinning wildly, electronics failing, animals reacting with terror, cattle disappearing near crashes, fires igniting spontaneously, faint humming audible only to some, mental disturbances in those nearby, children seeing lights and shadows that adults do not. Indigenous populations recounting ancestral knowledge of falling stars that were alive, deserts and mountains scorched in geometric patterns, satellites recording objects descending at impossible angles, radar tracking disks that blink in and out of existence, pilots seeing them dive, twist, then vanish midair, warnings of something beyond comprehension. The stories piling up from Nevada 1947, Roswell, Aztec, New Mexico, the Rendlesham Forest, Belgium Wave, Voronezh, Chile, Peru, Siberia, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, Australia, Japan, China, Arctic, Antarctic, the Pacific Islands, and beyond, each incident sharing the same pattern.
I'm not intruding!
Objects of unknown origin, impossible physics, strange alloys, humanoid or semi-humanoid forms, low-frequency hums, lights dancing unnaturally, traces of energy not understood, governments denying, cover-ups, survivors haunted for life, memories imprinted with fear, whispers from wreckage, and still, the sky remains full of them, disks streaking, crashing, vanishing, leaving the world with fragments, debris, isotopes, metals, bodies, anomalies, whispers, shadows, glowing lights, and warnings of things humanity cannot fully comprehend, each crash an unfinished story, each fragment a question without answer, each witness a reminder that the universe is alive, aware, watching, waiting. And as long as humans look up at the night sky, the disks will continue to fall, silently, impossibly, terrifyingly, and somewhere, always somewhere, the watchers take note.